I know today has been an eventful day. I don't pay mind to none of that. Like, I don't care about none of that. I don't want you to put me none of that. I don't know if y'all been getting clues from me for my live. I mean, I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me for my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign.
Cardi B and Blueface linking up in 2025 got the whole internet shaking because they're both calling Chrisean Rock out on stuff she swore she never did. And trust me, this new round of drama is wild enough to make anybody stop scrolling. Word on the street is that Chrisean kept insisting she never messed with Offset, even though her own best friend already exposed her for getting with him. And the mess gets even louder because people online keep repeating that it supposedly went down with Cardi around, which had the whole timeline in shock. Offset was bold enough to even let Chrisean step foot inside the same house he shared with Cardi, and now everybody's looking at him sideways. When Blueface tried warning the internet about all this the first time, people claimed he was just being a bitter ex. But now Cardi has stepped back into the chat, and she did not hold back. She dragged Chrisean with zero hesitation, and the energy was straight up ruthless. The whole storyline started when Blue got mad that Chrisean wanted her face tattoo of him covered. He ran straight to Twitter, talking about she had a whole affair with Offset while he was married to Cardi. He even threw shade in the messiest way, saying being tatted on someone isn't any kind of flex and bringing up that "you literally Cardi B husband" couple weeks ago. It had social media spinning. Offset immediately clapped back, shutting everything down and saying, "I ain't never talk or touch that lady. Real talk, man. You need some help." Chrisean jumped in too, accusing Blue of lying and saying, "You just crashing out making up stuff. Let's talk about how I saw in your recent search history." Then she tried flipping the script, talking about, "Nothing wrong with being by just let a know before she fall in love weirdo." And at that point, the internet didn't know who to believe anymore. But Blueface wasn't dropping it. He came back with timestamps and dates trying to prove everything. He even brought up a whole November 10th situation at 4 a.m. in LA. He said, "I'm making this up? Tried to keep your secret, but you keep popping it on these apps. I'ma only state facts every time." And that's when people knew this story wasn't going quiet anytime soon. Lou wasn't playing when he brought up that November 10th date because that same night, both Chan and Offset were in LA for French Montana's birthday bash, and people started connecting dots real fast. Even Blue's mom, Carissa, jumped in the mix and left a comment under a trending post saying, "Blue do a lot, but he don't lie." That comment alone had the whole internet on edge, waiting for Cardi to step in and clear the air. And when Cardi finally spoke up, she kept it real. She said she couldn't confirm whether Offset ever messed with Chan, but she did admit that she and Offset were separated around that time, which had folks raising their eyebrows like, wow! She even said, "I know today has been, but I feel like today has been like a sign." And that had everybody bracing for whatever was about to drop next.
It was a home wrecker, so it's like, you try to home wreck Cardi B shit because you want to be like her. So it's like, what did you say? You left your earring or your ring on purpose so Cardi could see it? Oh yeah, that's when I went all out.
But the situation just got messier from there because suddenly Chrisean was beefing with two of her own close friends. And both of them straight up accused her of hooking up with Offset. One even claimed she was the one Chrisean asked to watch Junior so she could go link up with Offset, and that sent the internet into a whole frenzy. The first friend to air everything out was Janet. She said Chan always wanted to be like Cardi, and since she couldn't be her, she just decided to sleep with Offset. That was the closest chance she had to being Cardi. That line had social media fighting for oxygen. Then, not long after, Chrisean fell out with her sister Chastity, and she brought up the Offset storyline too. She claimed Chan dipped out and left Junior with someone so she could go and sleep with Offset. And she kept going, saying Khan even ran into Cardi's daughter in the house when she pulled up. To keep it safe and respectful, we are removing anything involving a minor being placed in an unsafe or inappropriate situation. But the point Chastity was making was that Chan should have never been in Cardi's space like that at all. Chastity said Offset allegedly introduced Chan to the family and even sent her to the bedroom he shared with Cardi to handle business. She ended it all with, "Tell Cardi B it's true." And that comment alone sent a shockwave through every timeline. Right when everybody thought the chaos hit its peak, Blueface jumped back into the convo like he had round 2 energy waiting in his pocket. He claimed he still had more proof tucked away, and the internet started acting like it was waiting ringside for the next punch. People started asking why Chan kept switching her story every 5 minutes, and that's when even her own supporters began looking confused. Then some folks close to the situation started whispering that Offset wasn't the only one she supposedly linked up with during that time. And suddenly the whole storyline turned into a full-blown maze of hookups and hurt feelings. One insider even said she'd been moving fast and reckless, and that comment alone had everybody acting like they were detectives with screenshots and timestamps. Cardi's fans were already on high alert, and once those whispers hit TikTok, the reactions got even wilder. People started saying Chan had been trying to slide into certain rooms for clout, trying to get next to whoever was trending that week, and they swore this wasn't her first time stepping into somebody's relationship zone. Folks were calling it classic messy energy. And the comments were so chaotic, they needed hazard cones. Meanwhile, Offset stayed quiet, which made everything look even more suspicious to the streets. Because whenever a man who usually talks suddenly goes silent, oh yeah, people notice that. And that silence had the timeline spinning like a busted carousel, with everyone wondering whether he was hiding the truth or just tired of the drama. Then somebody from Chan's own circle leaked a voice note where she was allegedly bragging about having options on options, and the internet lost its mind. People started saying she wasn't heartbroken, she was hustling, she wasn't innocent, she was outside, and everyone in the comments was talking like they'd witnessed the whole thing firsthand. But just when you thought the mess couldn't stretch any further, another person popped up claiming they saw Offset and Chan arguing outside a studio late at night, and that claim lit the internet on fire. Folks said if that argument really happened, then there was definitely something going on behind the scenes that nobody wanted to admit. Right when the whole internet was arguing about who was lying and who was hiding what, Cardi slid back into the conversation with a vibe like she was done playing games. She didn't name drop, but she made it clear she wasn't letting anyone throw dirt on her name or her family without clapping back in her own way. And every time she hit post, the shade got louder and louder, like she was sending subliminals wrapped in glitter. Meanwhile, Chan was acting like she didn't care, but her energy online was switching up every hour, which only made the drama look even more real.
There was this rumor that Offset hooked up with Chrisean Rock.
Yeah, she got.
While y'all were together?
Nah, I was already engaged with somebody else, so I didn't care. But she has a thing where she likes to make it seem like I care.
Right. So she Offset while he was with Cardi.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right, the Miss Christian that
oh, that's bullshit.
All that shit's cat, brother. She's like one of these regular grapes on the sidewalk, bro. She's going, and there's no problem with it, yeah.
1 minute she was laughing it off, next minute she was snapping at random comments, and then suddenly she was dropping cryptic messages about fake love and people switching up. People knew something was off because that type of posting spree screams somebody trying to cover something up. Then, out of nowhere, someone from the scene leaked a clip of Chan talking to a friend at a party, saying, "These dudes be lying on me, but they never keep that same energy in person," and the internet lit up instantly. Folks were asking who she meant, who she was calling out, and why the tone in her voice sounded like she wasn't telling the whole truth. Offset still kept quiet, which made people analyze every move he made. When he unfollowed 2 random accounts, somebody online posted a whole theory like it was a college research paper. Every tiny action he did, or didn't do, became a clue in this messy mystery people were refusing to let go. Then came the real twist. An entertainment insider claimed Chan wasn't just stressed, she was worried. They said she'd been telling people she didn't expect the story to blow up again, and that she thought everyone would have forgotten by now. But the internet never forgets, especially when the drama is spicy enough to trend for days. And the wildest part? Another person close to the situation claimed Chan had tried to reach out to Cardi privately, hoping to clear the air, but Cardi allegedly didn't even open the message. When that rumor hit the timeline, people acted like they had front row seats to the soap opera of the year. Just when the storyline was messy enough to fill a whole season of reality TV, another insider stepped forward claiming there was even more behind the scenes. They said this whole situation wasn't just about jealousy or cheating rumors, it was about pride, ego, and everybody trying to protect their image before things spun out of control. And once that hit social media, the comment section went wild, like someone opened the floodgates. People started digging up old clips, old tweets, old live streams, everything, trying to figure out who started what and when it all went left. Some folks claimed Chan had been feeling overlooked and wanted to prove she could stand toe-to-toe with big names in the industry. Others said she was just caught up in drama she couldn't control anymore, and now she was scrambling to keep her story straight. At the same time, Offset's silence started working against him because people were reading that quiet like a confession. Every hour he stayed off social media, the rumors got louder and the theories got crazier. Folks were saying, why he quiet now? And acting like each minute he didn't respond was proof he had something to hide. Chan didn't help herself either because she kept going live and talking in circles, dropping hints without actually clearing anything up. One minute she'd say, people lying on my name. And the next, she'd hit a dramatic sigh that made everything sound suspicious. And every time she paused, the internet broke out their magnifying glasses. Then a whole new twist came out. Someone claimed a driver saw Chan getting dropped off at a studio late one night and that Offset showed up an hour later. It wasn't confirmed, but the rumor set the internet on fire like someone threw gasoline at midnight. Screenshots, blurry photos, random eyewitness stories. Everything flooded the timeline at once. And the wildest part of it all? Even people who didn't care about this drama at first were suddenly tuned in like it was the hottest show on TV. Because at this point, nobody knew who to believe, what receipt was real, or who was about to expose what next. Right when folks thought the drama had finally cooled off, someone dropped a whole new nugget of tea claiming that Blueface wasn't just exposing Chan out of spite. He was doing it because he felt she betrayed him on a deeper level. They said he wasn't mad about the breakup. He was mad because she kept acting like she was innocent while he had the whole timeline of events saved. And that claim alone made the internet explode again. Then another rumor started spinning, saying Chan had been bragging to people behind closed doors that she could pull any man she wanted, and she didn't care who had something to say about it. That little whisper had Twitter acting like detectives all over again, trying to figure out if she said it, who she said it to, and whether the attitude matched the chaos happening online. Fans of Cardi jumped back into the convo heavy, saying Chan was only in the story because she was chasing attention. People were typing essays about how Chan keeps chasing the spotlight, while others argued she was just caught inside something way bigger than expected. But either way, the heat was rising fast, and social media was eating every second of it up. Offset still refused to say a single extra word, which turned him into the biggest question mark in the whole situation. Every photo he posted, every emoji he used, even every outfit, was being broken down like it was part of a secret code. People swore he was trying to say something without actually saying anything, and the theories were spiraling out of control. Chan tried to switch gears by posting videos of her working, laughing, and pretending like the rumors didn't bother her, but the internet wasn't buying it. Folks were saying she looked stressed, and every smile looked forced. And honestly, the energy was giving someone who was tired of being dragged but couldn't escape the storyline anymore.
You don't make Cardi money. You don't make Offset money. That rumor came out 2 years ago. What the are you still talking about it for, bro? What are you talking for, bro? You just doodled and scribbled all over your face. You need to go to the mental hospital, yo. And you need to go to rehab to get off the K2. You really do.
Okay, so that was that. So Chrisean Rock was going off on Blueface because he went on a podcast recently and he said that she was having sex with Offset while he was still with Cardi B. And it's very clear that Chrisean Rock was not happy with this. I don't know why I thought they were on good terms right now, but I guess I was wrong.
Then sources popped out claiming there was even more to be revealed. Private conversations, hidden screenshots, and messages that could flip the whole narrative in a heartbeat. People started counting down like a bomb was about to go off, waiting to see who would be exposed next. One of Chan's old friends came forward again, saying she had been a babysitter one night while Blue was at the house sleeping, and she claimed she watched Junior so Chrisean could sneak out. She even said, "I have pictures and screenshots of the night. Blue was sleeping at the house while she snuck out. Offset." And then she added, "How can you even do that to your queen?" The internet went wild because people weren't expecting anyone else to jump in with more receipts. Now, to keep everything safe and respectful, anything involving minors being in uncomfortable or inappropriate situations is removed. But the core message was that the friend was calling out Chan for dipping out while Blue was unaware. And the way she said, "shaking my effing head," had folks reacting instantly because the drama wasn't slowing down at all. Even though all this went down a long time ago, Blueface is still bringing heat toward Chan like the story just dropped yesterday. And the wild part? They're not even together anymore, yet the energy between them online still feels like a full-blown feud. Chan hopped online right away and started denying everything. She dragged Blue's new tattoos, saying he needs help and calling him an addict, acting like he was the only one with issues. She also said she doesn't get why he's bringing the story back up when she claims she addressed it years ago. But people weren't letting her slide, because calling someone out for addiction after being accused of the same thing had the whole timeline yelling, "Not the pot calling the kettle black." Especially when she mentioned his tattoos, even though she literally still has his entire face tattooed on her face to this day. Social media said she wasn't in a position to judge anybody. As for Cardi, she's not with Offset anymore, so she's not entertaining any of this back and forth. She already set everything straight the first time, and it looks like she's staying far away from the mess. But of course, the public had their opinions. One person said, "How is she judging and talking about people when she drank and did throughout her pregnancy? If this ain't the pot calling the kettle black?" And another person added, "Scribbled all over his face." Babe, you legit had his face on your face and did the same. So now the streets are asking the real questions. What do you think about Chrisean getting exposed for messing with Offset? And do you think Cardi knew anything about it back then, or was she completely blindsided?